So we're gonna look at these markups this week. So y'all got y'all potential plays. So we can try to get y'all as much money as possible in the market this week. All right, before we do that, we gotta give you a scripture of the day. We're gonna go with Proverbs 27, verse 2. Let another man praise you and not your own lips, a stranger and not your own mouth. Listen, it's important if other people praise you, you don't praise you. You know what I'm saying? You give all glory, honor, and praise to Jesus. It's okay for people to praise you, but make sure you don't take all the glory for yourself. You feel me? Deflect and give it to the Lord. You know what I mean? So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right, right now we got US 30. It's looking like a bag this week. All right, so what I'm seeing on US 30 is right now, of course, market structure is starting to head down. We got our pullback here, potentially come down a little bit, pull back. Once we get here, this is my buy area. All right, I'm on the H1 right now, so you mark this up when you see it. Buy area if we get down there. Why? Because look where we bought before, right here. All right, we got this long buy before, so we expecting another long buy. Another clue to that is if you look to the left, we got all buys in this area anyway. So really anywhere between this area, this whole area right here, as long as we don't come past this 200, we're still good to keep buying. Again, US 30 is a different beast, so entries have to be precise. All right, so let me give you plays on that. Matter of fact, let me go horizontal line, and I'm gonna go here. Now, again, this might take a little second to play out, or news could push it down. It could, directly go up from here because this is a rejection area. But the area I would be looking for to get like a good long-term buy-in would be right here in this area, 44,726. All right, so write that down, 44,726. That's a good buy area. All right, and let me give you some more. Definitely below that, to the edge of that. All right, you got 44,683. All right, so 44,683. That's the price. And then a little bit below that, you got 44,629. All right. So these are the major areas. Again, even to add, I'm gonna add one more. Just because I see this right before they hit the 200. All right, and this one is 44,583. So any of these four, if we get down in this area, you're golden. All right. Now, again, you might still have rejections, in these smaller areas that could push the market back up. But if I want to be as strategic as possible and get the best moves, I'm looking for areas that, made big moves. And right in here, we made big moves. So I know this is a strong zone. Right now, again, if we start getting below this 200, I would leave it alone. But just make sure your entries and your lot sizes is appropriate because US 30 is a different breed. So if you're getting drawdown on US 30, you could be cooked real quick. So now when it comes to stop losses, always put your stop loss at the previous zone. All right, so if I get in on this first one, my stop loss can be right here. You feel me? If I need it to be. Right, it could be here. If that's too tight, you can even come down to this next one. But again, it's US 30, so if your account can hold it, throw your stop loss there. You should be good to go. All right. So that's what we're looking like on US 30. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here to NAS 100. All right. So this is the H1 for NAS 100. I mean, it's kind of the same play. We just looking at for areas of buys. Now again, this is a wild card, so sometimes that news are hitting that thing will take off down. But right here, major buys. That's why I would be looking for major buys. Why? Because it rejected multiple times. Right here, you know what I'm saying? That's about 4 rejections, and it went back up. Again, even in these smaller areas, we could reject before the end and get another buy. A good buy, but with that move not being as strong right here, it could easily dip back down. So this right here is your major buy area for that, and then I'll show you a couple more plays after that. But let me give you those numbers right quick. So you're looking at about, let me put it about right in here. So 23,503. We get down to 23,503. Definitely be looking for buys. Even though it is below this 200, the thing is, this is a strong zone. All right. Anything after that, again, just look for market structure. Anything after that, if we do this and we get below that zone, again, if you're looking for more buy opportunities and or sell, it depends on what you want to do. I would be buying because National 100 just, if you look at the daily, the trend has just been going up, right? We get them big drops, but the trend continues to go up. All right, so right in here, you always want to, buy these dips. Whenever it's dipping, you want to get in the dips. These are the areas. So my next area to buy will be in here, right here or right here. Why? Because look at that big buy right there, right? So we will be expecting the same thing to happen again. All right, so those numbers, I think I can do this a different way. Hold on, let me see. I know it's a way I can copy this joint. There we go, clone. Because I did it before. There we go. All right, so for the first one, about right here, that's 23,279. We get down here this week. That's a great buy as well. And then below that, let me clone you again. Boom. 23,224. All right, so you got your good areas. 23,503, 23,279, 23,224. All right. These are the prices I would be looking for this week. Any of these in here, good for good buys. You know what I mean? Anything outside of that, I would leave alone. Unless, again, you see the market constantly rejects, let's say on the 200, or like it just constantly rejecting here and trying to go up, and you can go ahead and get your position here. Stop losses always go at the previous zone, right? So if you get in here, if you get in on this one, stop loss can be here. That's another zone at the bottom. So that'll be about right in here. Or if you feel like you want to drag it down a little bit more, you can go down to this zone, right? Hold, don't fold. So just always check your lot sizes and stuff. Make sure you ain't over leveraging so you can still have some room to place another trade if you need to. All right. And of course, we got GJ, and I'm always looking for buys on GJ. So I'm just going to say buys all week in those areas. Let me see. So we got one right here. You can see all the buy play. Look at this. Look at all this rejection. I always buy on GJ, so I'm always just looking for buys any and everywhere. All right, so you got a lot of buy opportunities on GJ. As you know, any of these areas, I will mark them up with a horizontal line. So first area, that buy was cool. That buy, I would rather do this one, to be honest. This first one, 198. 61. All right, because of this big buy right here. This one's cool. Now, again, it could bounce in any of these areas because if you look, all of these rejections are in the same spot. So this is a pretty heavy area, right? So even in here would be a good one. So let me just show you that right quick, just in case y'all want to get in this one a little early. So right in here is a great area of rejection. We got multiple rejections in this area. So even right here. So even if it came in here, it will probably bounce around a little bit, push out, and go straight back up. We also got a little market structure forming in there as well already. You know what I'm saying? So if it do end up stopping here, then it could take off. But it got to make it past this resistance zone right there. But we looking good though. All right. But if we just so happen to, break through here, then you got all these areas down here. So of course, the one I was just saying, 198.61. Then you got what is this one right here? 198.32. All these good buy areas. We can keep going. 198.61. 161. Oh, matter of fact, let me clone. And then of course, all the way down in here is good money. Because you could tell rejection, big buys, big buys, big buys. all the way down to the bottom. I mean, there are big buy opportunities everywhere, and that's why I always buy on GJ. You feel me? So you got multiple opportunities at any of these, and of course, always look for major rejections at these areas as well. If it does decide this week to dip down in these areas, you just got multiple buy opportunities on here. So you should be able to catch something nice this week on GJ. All right, and then last but not least, man, we're going to tackle that gold. Now, again, I might not even get in all these. It just depends on which ones line up the best. And then I'm going to try to tackle those with the team, you know, during the live trading sessions or whatever. Some of them I might have to hold for a few days, though. All right, then we got gold over here. Gold. All right, what we looking like on gold? Gold is a very volatile pair. Now, what I will tell you again, I'm looking for all buys this week, just me personally, for these, because of major rejections. You know what I'm saying? These rejections is cool. This one is fire. All these is fire. I mean, you see the spikes that they do right here. You know what I'm saying? So this thing could literally have that same spike and get down here. But these will be my buy area. Any of these is my buy areas. Okay. So I like the moves. This one is really nasty right here. You see that? So let me give you the plays on this one. All right. So first we're going to go about right in here. We get down here to 3,319. That's the first play. That's these two rejections that's shooting up. All right, that's these. That one. Pretty heavy rejection. I'm on the H1, just so y'all know. All right. If we just so happen to get past that, let me clone that joint. Come down. Anywhere in here, honestly, is good. I mean, rejections, but I don't really like that move, so I would rather catch it here. Or about right here, because that's this one. That's that big move right here. All right, which is the same spot. So I would take this over that. So that's 3,309. Okay, so that looks good. So you got 3,319, 3,309, all the way down here to, which one is this one? I like this one, 3,302. And then really anywhere in here, you can see the buys is crazy. This one and that one. So these will be what? About how many price points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different price points for major buys. All right. Again, keep your account, your lot sizes and all that intact, how they supposed to be. Don't over leverage it. Always leave room to place multiple trades if you got to, because if you over leverage, you're going to have your margin get called and you cooked. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want that. Yeah, anywhere on these. You'll be able to mark these up once you see them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5 price points I got. All right, so screenshot this, say these price points, put some alerts behind them or whatever, and then you should be good to go. Now, remember, again, stop losses always go at the previous zone. So if you buy here, stop loss go at the next zone. All right, again, let's say I buy here in this area. When you get over here, my stop loss can go at the next zone. The next zone will be, of course, these right here, somewhere in there. If I buy here, if I buy at 3,309, stop loss can go down here. You just look for other areas that got, rejection areas. Now, again, this is volatile, so gold is not a pair I usually stay in too long. I'm usually in and out on that one just because you hold it overnight and that thing could be way down here or way up here. You just never know because the volatility is so crazy. But I'm gonna scalp that joint if I get the opportunity to, and we in there. All right. So hopefully this video has helped you. Let me know, man. Keep me posted this week. Make sure you hop in the live trading classes with us. We trade in binary options, forex, little futures when we get time to. You know what I mean? We're gonna get it popping. You feel me? I love y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.